Alright, people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to another one here on the show, Coach's Desk. This is where we take it from trackside. And of course, people, there's never a dull moment in sports whenever it comes on to, from a Jamaican standpoint as well. There's always some information, there's always some sort of drama, and this seems as if it's going nowhere. And what I'm talking about is the situation with national hammer throw record holder Nayoka Clunis. And it seems as if things have been intensified where this is concerned. So what happened is that the J3 admitted that they would have made a mistake where that is concerned, where Clunis is concerned. Also, what you'd call it, Kimar Farquharson, but I don't think they are absorbing all the blame where Farquharson is concerned. But they reached out to Farquharson and they, apologized for the situation. You understand? But they are not shouldering all the blame because part of it has to do with Farquharson and his team. So with that said, let's look at Nayoka's situation. She qualified. She possibly did not make the qualifying standard. However, she is ranked amongst the 32 best in the world. I think to be specific, she was at 27th. So therefore, even though she would not have made the qualifying standard, she would have made it through qualification or qualification through the path of being in the top 32. So that is what's up where that is concerned. However, there was some mistake, there was some administrative blunder on the J3's part where they did not do due diligence and checks and balances, and it was a situation where Nayoka's name was left off. You know what I mean? So the person's name who was her name was left off would have pushed up the person possible who was at 33rd on the list. So you know that it is the Olympics. Somebody get an opportunity to go to the Olympics. They are not going to relinquish their spot to Nyoka Clunis. You know that's the Olympic Games. So what J3 is doing, they're basically taking Nayoka just in case somebody. I think that is the last solution. But Nayoka is taking it another level because yes, you're there on the trip. Yes, you're there at the Olympic Games. But you're not there to compete. You're there just holding on to thread, holding on to cobweb, because it is so not stern and strong cobweb in terms of holding on to. It will break. So pretty much, they're just basically giving her a trip, so to speak. However, she has taken it a little bit further. By appealing, she's making a matter of fact, she's filing an emergency appeal to the CAS. CAS is the Court of Arbitration for Sports. See? And that is how serious, that is how her situation is. That is what she wants to accomplish. She wants to compete at the Olympics. Of course, she trained hard. She went out. She got all that she needed to get in order for this thing to be sorted out. She went through so much ups and downs, battles. You understand? And she made it. And then this is what they do. I am so much in agreement with what is happening right now because something has to happen. So the attorney representing amateur record holder Nayoka Clunis, they are set to make one final throw of the dice to get her into the Olympics in Paris. Right? Now, like I said before, an administrative blunder by the J3s left Clunis on the outside looking in for the 26th to the August 11th, games in France. She's 28 years old and she's fighting to regain her spot she had earned through world ranking points. Now, the attorney representing her with Saeed Bernard, they indicated that is the situation. They are filing that. Now, it is understood that a J3 official wrote to Clunis indicating that they were not able to double check the list sent to World Athletics due to the electricity and internet issues caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. So that is their alibi where that is concerned. Wow. Now, Bernard was quick to point out that they are not in fight with the J3 in the matter. He says that they are doing their homework before filing the appeal. Now, according to the communication from the World Athletics, the J3's Clunis participation now depends on whether another athlete withdraws from the competition. And like I said earlier, that will not be the case because nobody will want to give up unless it is injury. Nobody will want to give up their spot. Right? Now, the official entry list being published on Friday without her name. It seems unlikely that the 28-year-old who set the national amateur record 71.83 meters this year will get a chance to compete. And this must be devastating. This must be heart-rending. I tell you, man, listen. And this infighting between the J3s and the JAAA. Listen, this thing must stop, man. This thing must stop. I don't know what is happening because a little birdie allegedly said, that the J3s did not check the list. Apparently because they said that it has to do with the passage of burial and the electricity issue. However, the little birdie indicated that JAAA saw the blunder and they did not reach out to the J3s. What is happening here? And this is allegedly seen, but this is what sources are indicating. And this, if this is true, this cannot be right. I believe that the J3 and the JAAA should be working in tandem. It's one nation, one team, one dream. We cannot be going into the Olympic Games like this, man. Then you understand that the JAAA is overstepping their boundaries. Donald Quarry is writing athletes when the J3s already have their manager. Yo, this thing, you talk about Messi, this is Messi, and we're not talking about the baller. We just won the Copa. See? We are talking about the situation. It's dirty, it's mucky. You see me, I say? No, man, this thing has to be sorted out, people. And whatever the case is, it should be solved. I mean, one Jamaica, how are we fighting against each other? And that is always, it's like the norm with Jamaicans, It's like we cannot work together. We can't live together in peace and harmony. Come on, man. Let us sort this out, man. For the betterment of the country, for the betterment of the sport, for the betterment of the athletes. We can't be back and forth in, man. Two powerful entities, man. Come on, man. Sort it out. This is unacceptable. You know how it looks for somebody who is on the outside looking in? Oh my God, we don't need to sort this out. So whatever issue you have, I remember Glenn Mills hit out on the JAAA already, See? And apparently there has been some issues over the years between these two associations. Sort it out like two big people, man. Come on, man.